Welcome to MindEdge, where we explore the hidden future of humanity and technology. Subscribe now and understand the future before it understands you. Since 2020, governments and biotech giants have quietly aligned on one conclusion. Demographics are no longer a passive outcome. They are a variable that can be engineered. Births, deaths, fertility, lifespan. All of it is becoming programmable. For decades, population trends were treated as slow, geological forces. But today, with advanced genetics, reproductive technologies, and molecular bioengineering, humanity has reached a point where demographic curves can be shaped intentionally, with precision, and the public barely notices what is happening. This is not fiction. This is the next stage of biopolitics, a global demographic steering system built through biotechnology. Let's break it down. Every major power sees the same numbers. Japan, fertility at 1.2. South Korea, 0.7, the lowest in human history. China, irreversible population contraction. Europe, median age approaching 50 US. Fertility collapse masked only by immigration India. Expected to age as fast as China within 20 years. Population decline is no longer theoretical. It's structural. And when populations shrink, everything breaks. Pension systems collapse. Healthcare becomes unsustainable. Labor pools disappear. Economic growth dies. Military capacity erodes. For governments, this is existential. And when states face existential threats, they don't wait and see. They take control. Here's the real turning point. Biotechnology has reached the level where it can influence demographic variables directly. Not metaphorically, literally. In the last 5 years, CRISPR has been used to modify fertility-related genes in mammals. Research groups in China, the US, and Israel have tested gene editing protocols to increase or suppress reproductive capacity in controlled populations. Reversible gene therapies for male fertility regulation are already in clinical discussions. And in 2023 to 2024, multiple biotech firms quietly filed patents involving genetic modulation of spermatogenesis and oocyte maturation. The message is simple. Fertility can be engineered. We crossed another threshold. Artificial womb prototypes in Japan and the US. Fully lab-grown mouse embryos. Accelerated development of IVF automation, gene selection tools. Becoming mainstream in private clinics. Children designed with pre-selected traits, eliminated hereditary diseases, enhanced biological parameters. The tech exists. What's missing is political permission. And this permission is starting to emerge. Longevity biotech went from fringe to strategic. Senolytics tested in humans. Epigenetic rejuvenation in primates. Partial reprogramming breakthroughs. Government-backed anti-aging programs, China, Saudi Arabia, UAE states, are learning to extend the productive lifespan of their populations, selectively. Demography is no longer fate, it's a toolkit. The old demographic model is gone. Immigration no longer solves workforce collapse. Robots and AI reduce the value of large populations, and pension systems are mathematically impossible to maintain. So governments now face a binary choice. Option A, let demographic implosion destroy the system. Or option B, intervene biologically. States are choosing B. That's where the global demographic management idea appears. Not as conspiracy, but as a logical response to numbers that no model can fix. Governments need fewer dependent elderly, more productive young adults, controlled health costs, stable workforce numbers, biological resilience to pandemics. This is not ideology. This is system survival. Here's the part most people never pay attention to. Recent initiatives already align with demographic objectives. Male contraception initiatives, funded by national health agencies. Reproductive health strategies, targeting specific age groups. Family planning automation platforms in developing nations. Subsidized genetic screening for newborns. Official narrative, public health. Real function, demographic steering. China, the US, the EU, and private labs now possess massive genomic data sets. Why they matter? Predicting population-wide disease likelihood. Predicting fertility trends. Selecting embryos with optimal health and performance markers. Identifying expensive individuals for the healthcare system. Calculating future productivity profiles. Human genomics is becoming the equivalent of economic forecasting. The pandemic created something governments had never achieved before: a global system of biological regulation, mass testing, mass genetic sequencing, behavioral monitoring, real-time population analytics, mandatory health protocols, accelerated biotech deployment, mRNA platforms scaled worldwide. Whatever you think of these tools, they exist now, and states do not remove tools they consider useful. Here is the unspoken strategic priority. The future population must be smaller, healthier, and more predictable. This is not about eugenics in the historical sense. This is about biological optimization under resource constraints. Expect the following: incentivized reproduction for desired demographics. Governments will push certain groups to reproduce more: highly educated women, high-income families, genetically low-risk individuals, people with STEM profiles, citizens with high productivity markers. Silent reduction of costly demographics, not forced, not explicit. Just subtle incentives. Delayed childbearing, economic pressure, reproductive discouragement, access limitations to certain treatments, promotion of temporary fertility, suppressing technologies. This is demographic steering via environment. By 2030, AI will rank embryos by predicted health cost. Genetic risk scoring will be universal. Reproductive choices will be algorithmically guided. Government-subsidized clinics will apply standardized selection rules. People will think they are making their own choices. In reality, they will follow optimization models. Already declared population control a national security priority. Mass investment in gene therapy, embryo selection, and anti-aging biotech. Japan and South Korea on the edge of demographic collapse. Accelerating funding for artificial wombs and reproductive automation. U.S. private companies lead the genetic selection industry. DARPA funds biological control technologies with dual-use potential. EU quietly integrates biotech into long-term demographic planning. The European Health Data Space, EHDS, is the core infrastructure. Middle East, Saudi Arabia, and UAE invest billions in anti-aging and genomic research to extend national productive lifespan. Every region, different methods. Same objective. This is where everything converges. Biotech transforms humanity into a controllable system. Reproduction becomes planned, lifespan becomes adjustable, fertility becomes optional, genetic risk becomes manageable, productivity becomes predictable, health becomes optimized at population scale. The population of the future will not just be counted, it will be tuned, not by secret cabals, by algorithms, by healthcare systems, by demographic policy models, by biotech companies funded by states. The architecture is already here. The 21st century will not be defined by AI alone. It will be defined by the merging of biotechnology and state governance. A world where births are engineered, genetic risk is filtered, aging is modulated, fertility is regulated, and population structures are sculpted like data models. This is the silent revolution, the global demographic management system. Not announced, not debated, just implemented step by step through public health, innovation, and sustainability. Humanity is entering the era of biological governance. The future population won't simply happen. It will be designed. This transmission ends here. The next one is already forming. Stay aware and subscribe to remain in the signal.